I just grabbed my nasty boss's top workers and watched her tank from her big chair in the sweetest revenge you'll ever hear. Picture this. Me, Sophie Hayes, 23, analyst, beaming as the fourth coworker signs a job offer. Diane's face white as a ghost, the office buzzing like a kicked beehive. I'm sipping coffee, heart pounding, knowing I flipped her world upside down. Diane promised me a raise for months, kept me broke, blamed my old mistakes, just because she didn't like me. Lies, but I got clever. When a new job called, I took her late offer, walked out, and poached her best team, leaving her demoted and stunned. Keep watching or listening to see how I beat her. Hit subscribe to catch this work fight. Tell me in the comments if a boss ever did you wrong. But to know how I pulled this crafty plan, let's go back to my first real job. Apex Analytics was a monster of a place. Big city, all glass and chrome, desks in neat rows. But inside, a tangle of unfair games. I'm Sophie Hayes, 23, fresh from college, the gal who loved crunching numbers. The office hummed, monitors buzzing, phones ringing, coffee mugs scattered like confetti. Video calls, loud. Report deadlines, relentless. My desk was my corner, sticky notes everywhere, a photo of my cat Luna, and a keyboard I pounded daily. But the vibe? Heavy. Everyone was worn down, chasing data while the bosses played dirty. I started at Apex on a 3-month contract-to-hire deal. $15.50 an hour, no benefits, but they swore I'd get $21 an hour and $500 a month benefits after. I was over the moon. Just out of college, living in pricey Maryland, I needed this job bad. Rent was steep, student loans loomed, and groceries weren't cheap. My first boss, Linda, was a gem, kind, clear, always checking in. I joined 10 young analysts, all eager, learning fast. We laughed, swapped tips, crunched numbers. But a month in, Linda quit, said she was burned out. Enter Diane Walsh, the new team lead. And oh boy, everything changed. Diane, in her 40s, was all fake nice, sharp blazer, hair perfect, grinning on calls like she owned the world. Great work, Sophie, she'd say, voice sweet as candy. But her promises? Thin air. My 3-month review came, 90 days of solid reports, late nights, extra hours. I was ready for my raise, my benefits. Instead, Diane sat me down in her glass office. Sophie, you made 3 reporting mistakes early on, she said, eyes hard. You're not trustworthy yet. My heart crashed. Mistakes? 2 coworkers had quit, dumping their reports on me. I was new, learning, swamped, I explained. Calm, clear, but she cut me off. We're extending your contract. Prove yourself. I was floored. No raise, no benefits. That meant $7,000 less in pay and $3,000 less in benefits over 9 months. $10,000 total. I could barely afford my tiny apartment, let alone bills. I started a second job, serving coffee weekends, 6 a.m. shifts, feet aching, just to eat. I was mad but scared. Quitting so soon, I'd look like a job hopper on my resume. So I stayed, worked harder, stayed late, learned every system inside out. My reports were spotless. My team, 10 analysts, including Ryan, a kind new lead who joined later, and others like Mia, Leo, and Tara, leaned on me. I trained them, fixed errors, kept things running. But Diane? She kept dragging up those 3 mistakes like a broken record. Diane was a master at holding grudges. Sweet to execs, tough on us. She'd grin in meetings, saying, Sophie's getting there, but her eyes said different. She'd dodge my raise with excuses, budget's tight, or not yet, Sophie. Her sidekick Kyle, a cocky analyst in his 30s, was always at her side. Diane's right, he'd say, grinning like he was in on some joke. Gotta earn it. Earn it? I was pulling 50-hour weeks, fixing his sloppy reports. Kyle was clueless, sucking up to Diane, thinking he was golden. The team felt her sting. Mia, a report whiz, was buried in work. No raises, no thanks. Leo, our only file processor, was stressed to the max. Client files were his life, and Diane pushed him hard. Tara, a quiet analyst, had brilliant ideas, but Diane ignored her. Ryan, my new buddy, saw it all. She's got it out for you, he'd whisper at lunch. Those mistakes? Ancient history. Others, analysts like Priya, a data star, and Ellie, a chatty intern, grumbled too. We were exhausted. Diane piled on deadlines, skipped raises, took credit for our work. She'd show our reports to execs saying, my team's killing it. My blood boiled. 9 months dragged, I was done. Diane had cost me $10,000, money I needed for rent, loans, life. My coffee job barely kept me afloat. I'd come home, Luna purring, and cry. Why me? I'd fixed every error, trained the team, stayed late. But Diane's grudges held me back. She didn't like me, maybe my age, maybe my pushback, whatever. I was sick of her games. Then a miracle. My phone pinged. A recruiter, Jen. Sophie, we've got a job. $57,500 hybrid work, great team. My heart leaped. A way out. I interviewed. Nailed it. The new company was a startup, all about data, with kind bosses and flexible hours. Offer signed, I was ready to ditch Apex. Giving my notice felt like freedom. I marched into Diane's office. Glass walls, her flipping through reports, grinning. Diane, I'm leaving, I said, voice steady. Got a new job. Her eyes widened, like I'd slapped her. Sophie, you're crucial, she said, leaning forward. Let's talk. Talk? Now? I was livid, but I listened. She poured on the charm. Sophie, we need you. Full-time job, $21 an hour, benefits starting now. Kyle poked his head in, nodding. Done deal, he said, grinning. My fists clenched. 9 months of lies, $10,000 gone, and now she offers it? When I'm out the door, I saw her plan. She thought I'd stay, keep grinding while she stalled again. But I was done trusting her. Then, a spark, a sharp idea. What if I took her offer, stayed a bit, then left and took her team, poached her best workers? My heart raced. Could I pull it off? It was risky, sneaky even. But Diane had played me for months. Time to play back. I looked at Diane, her hopeful grin. Okay, I said, forcing a smile. I'll stay. She clapped. Smart choice, Sophie. Kyle beamed. They thought they'd won. Oh, they had no idea what was coming. That night, I called Ryan. Luna was curled on my couch, TV humming low. I'm staying, but not really, I whispered. Ryan laughed. You're a genius. What's the plan? I spilled it. Take Diane's full-time offer, quit after 3 weeks, start my new job, and over 9 months, poach 4 of her best workers, ones who hated her unfair ways, especially Leo, the file pro. Diane's team would collapse, and she'd pay. Ryan was all in. She deserves it, he said. I'll watch her moves. I started the full-time job at Apex, $21 an hour, benefits kicking in. I played the part, smiled, filed reports, joined video calls. But I was counting days. Every meeting, Diane grinned, thinking she'd trapped me. Kyle nodded along, clueless. I kept my head down, heart pounding. 3 weeks later, I was ready. I walked into Diane's office. I'm done, I said, voice calm. New job's waiting. Her jaw hit the floor. Sophie, after all we gave you, she sputtered. I shrugged. Good luck. Kyle stared, mouth open. I walked out, Luna waiting at home, my new job starting. The new job was heaven. Hybrid setup, $57,500, a team that laughed and listened. I worked from home most days, crunching data, learning new tools. Apex faded fast. But I wasn't done. I called Jen, my recruiter. Got spots for my old team, I asked. She grinned. Let's make it happen. First target, Mia, the report whiz. She was brilliant. Fast, sharp, but Diane buried her in work. No raises, always citing sloppy errors from her first month. Mia was done. I texted her at night, private app, no traces. Mia, new job, $60,000 chill vibe. You in? She called, voice shaky. Sophie, I'm dying here. Diane's killing me. We talked for an hour, her stress, her bills, her dreams of a better life. Jen lined up an interview. A week later, Mia signed. 1 down. Diane didn't notice. Mia was quiet, kept her head down. Diane was too busy bragging to execs. My team's unstoppable, she'd say on calls, grinning. I laughed, petting Luna. Keep dreaming, Diane. Ryan sent updates. She's clueless. Kyle's kissing up as usual. I felt a rush. This was working. Next was Tara, the quiet analyst with killer skills. She built reports like art, but Diane ignored her ideas, piled on tasks. Tara was fed up. I met her for coffee, sneaky after work, far from Apex. Tara, my company's hiring, I said, voice low. $58,000 flexible hours. Her eyes lit up. Sophie, I'm in. She said, no hesitation. Jen worked her magic. Offer signed in days. 2 down. Poaching was tricky. I had to be careful. Texted late, used burner apps, avoided office chatter. Ellie, the intern, almost blew it. We were on a group call and she blurted, Sophie, you still talk to Mia? My heart stopped. Just friends catching up, I said, forcing a laugh. She nodded, but I was shaken. If Ellie gossiped, Diane might sniff me out. I told Ryan, she's harmless, he said. But watch it. Apex was a pressure cooker. Without Mia and Tara, the team was slammed. Analysts worked 10 hours overtime a week, reports piled up, clients fumed. Leo, the file pro, was drowning. He was the only one who could process big client files, hundreds of data points, no room for error. Diane leaned on him hard, no raises, no thanks. Ryan texted, Leo's losing it. Diane's yelling daily. I felt guilty. My friends were hurting, stuck in Diane's mess. But Ryan said, they want out, keep going. So I did. Leo was my big target. Apex's backbone, he handled files no one else could. Diane relied on him but treated him like dirt, snapping, blaming, no rewards. I called him one night. Leo, my company needs a file pro, I said. $62,000, less stress. He sighed, voice tired. Sophie, I'm at my limit. Diane's killing me. We talked, his long hours, his kids' school bills, his dream to breathe easy. Jen got him an interview. Offer signed in a week. 3 down. Diane finally noticed. Ryan said she stormed into a meeting, voice tight. Where's Leo? She asked. Kyle shrugged. He quit. Diane's face hardened. We'll manage, she said, but her hands shook. I grinned, sipping tea. Getting hot, Diane. The office was buzzing. Analysts whispered, Ellie chattered, execs asked questions. Diane's perfect team was cracking. Priya was next, a data star who could spot trends in her sleep. Diane hated her confidence, always dragging up early errors to keep her down. Priya was done. I texted her. Priya, new job, $59,000, great team. She replied instantly. Yes, we met secretly. Park bench, dusk, no Apex eyes, she vented. Diane's grudges, no raises, endless work. Jen got her an offer. Priya signed. 4 down. Then trouble. Kyle emailed me. Sophie, people are talking. You know why everyone's leaving? My stomach dropped. He was on to me. I typed back, cool as ice, just happy at my new job. Hope you're good. He didn't reply, but my nerves were shot. Diane was asking questions too. Ryan said, she's digging, be careful. I doubled down, private texts, late-night calls, no slip-ups. Apex was chaos. Ryan sent daily updates, analysts were burnt out, clients livid, execs circling. Diane bragged less, looked frantic. We're fine, she'd say, voice wobbly. Kyle tried to lead, but he was lost without Leo's files. Ellie gossiped, Diane's in hot water. I felt bad for the team, Ryan, Ellie, the others, working 60-hour weeks. But I'd saved 4 friends. Mia texted, new job's amazing. Thank you. Tara called, I'm free. Leo sent a photo of his kid, smiling. Priya said, you're my hero. My heart swelled. Diane got meaner. She snapped at analysts, blamed lazy quitters, even trashed me. Sophie wasn't committed, she told a meeting. Ryan texted, she's rattled. I nodded. Good. Her team was down to 6, drowning. Clients dropped, execs frowned. Diane thought she was safe, but I was ready for the final blow. 9 months in, a 5th worker quit, no poaching, just done with Diane. Ryan said, execs are furious, Diane's on a tightrope. My heart raced. Leo's loss had crippled Apex, files backed up, deals fell through. Priya's exit broke their reports. I helped Jen line up spots for 3 more coworkers, just in case. Ryan was top of the list. But 4 was enough. Diane's team was a shell and she was sinking fast. Want to see Diane fall apart? Keep watching or listening and hit subscribe, it's gonna be wild. The call came like lightning. Ryan, voice thrilled. Sophie, Diane's demoted, I gasped. No way. He laughed. Back to analyst. No manager role, exec said she blew it. I leaned back, grinning, Luna purring. I did it. 4 workers gone, team in shambles, Diane stripped of her power. Ryan spilled it all. After Leo left, clients raged. Files were a mess, deadlines missed. Priya's exit tanked reports, errors everywhere. Execs called a meeting. Diane shouted, I can fix this. Kyle stumbled, muttering nonsense. The director wasn't buying it. You lost control, Diane, he said, voice ice. She was demoted on the spot, stuck crunching numbers, no team to boss. The office exploded, analysts whispered, Ellie blabbed, Ryan beamed. I felt a surge. Diane thought she was queen, but I took her crew and left her buried. My new job was a dream, $57,500, fun team, no grudges. Mia, Tara, Leo, and Priya were thriving. Mia texted, best job ever. Tara called, I owe you. Leo sent a photo of his kid at a park, grinning. Priya said, you changed my life. I smiled, heart full. Did I feel bad? A bit. Ryan, Ellie, and the others were stuck with 60-hour weeks cleaning up Diane's mess. But Ryan said, new manager's fair, we're okay. That helped. Diane had cost me $10,000, kept me broke, blamed me for nothing. I'd saved 4 friends, got even in 1. Was it harsh? Maybe, but she earned it. Ryan agreed. You showed her, he said. I nodded. Damn right. My new job was everything. Hybrid work, great pay, a boss who cared. I had time, walks with Luna, coffee with friends, painting classes on weekends. I felt strong, alive. I was planning to help 3 more Apex folks. Ryan first. He deserved it. Looking back, I changed. From a scared 23-year-old scraping by to a woman who fought back. Diane thought I was nothing, but I proved her wrong. My friends were happy, I was happy, and that $10,000 sting, gone. I sipped coffee, scratched Luna, and grinned. Diane was down, and I was soaring.